What's that up ahead? Oh, that's right. You're now entering Dreamland. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Now Entering Dreamland, a podcast about dreams, sleep, and everything in between. I am your host, Stacey Axler. Welcome back to those of you who have been to Dreamland before. We're happy to have you back, and welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first time. It's a Sunday, and that means I release a new episode of Now Entering Dreamland, and I am thrilled because it's another interview style episode. This episode features an interview and dream analysis and a really great discussion about lucid dreaming with Kris Shenenberger. Kris is a comedian we met doing comedy in Washington, D.C. Kris is an improviser, and she improvises with the team Moonraker, which is a house troupe for dojo comedy, which is an improv and sketch theater located in Washington, D.C. Kris is hysterical, has such a wonderful perspective, and brings such a wonderful, vibrant voice to comedy. And when Kris said that she was interested in this podcast, I was really excited. And then Kris told me that for years she had been very interested in dreams and dream analysis and sleep, especially because she had very, very vivid lucid dreams when she was younger. So when she told me that, I just knew, all right, we have to do this podcast. So without further ado, I am pleased, not just pleased, thrilled to say thank you to Kris and to introduce the latest episode, Now Entering Dreamland, an interview about lucid dreams with Kris Shenenberger.
I don't know why, but as a little girl, I had monster dreams all the time.
Okay.
Any place I dreamed a lot, and there were always monsters in the closet, monsters in the backyard. There were just always monsters, and I would scream, "Mom!" every time, I had the nightmare, and my mom got so pissed off because I had so many nightmares that I would only call for her. She was the only one that I would call for. And she taught me how to relax myself and start to kind of make myself understand that I'm in control of my dream
Oh my gosh.
and
Okay.
that I can control them, and I can also wake myself up. She taught me this so basically I take my hand. This is my forearm. You can't really see it.
Okay. All
But,
right. So you
but
take your forearm.
you gently take your hand and you just kind of like gently scratch up and
Oh
down.
my gosh. All right.
And you just, so it's supposedly for some people, it's an aphrodisiac, that it really turns people on and
Oh.
the nerves.
All right.
But for me, it's just very relaxing just to go like that. And in my freshman year of college, my roommate told me that I freaked her out because I would make noise. And when she would look over at my bed, I'd be on my back with my arms up going just like that in my sleep.
So you do so when you're asleep, you can get into, wow. All right. That's interesting. That's something.
So I haven't been able to, I take medication now. So my dreams are not as great as they used to be. And I'm sure I'm still having them. I just don't remember them. I've had one major dream since the pandemic, but I've always, I still really like scary dreams. I like them because they're
Okay.
just so exciting, and you wake up with this feeling. But because of what my mom taught me, I kind of learned the lucid dreaming, and I wake myself up to a certain point where I'm scared, and then I start directing what I'm doing in the dream. And it's kind of more like active imagination because I'm sort of awake and I know what's going on, and I feel like I'm cheating. But so I can control my dreams. So I'm rambling.
No, this is amazing. This is good stuff.
I used to, but it was terrible for a very long time when I was little. I think it's because I had brothers, and I was just, I felt like I was tortured. It was just never, it was never I really don't know. I was just a tortured little girl who had
Oh.
monsters in all of her dreams.
So were they, I guess for me, I had monster dreams, but then like around when I was like 8 to 19, the monsters were replaced by like spiders, which is weird because I don't like spiders. Like, it's not like I'd be able to be like, I love them, I have no problems. I don't like them, but it's not like I'm terrified of them in real life. So it's so weird that like these nightmares were about these huge spiders, like, who hated me. Like, they were like anthropomorphic and like
they had personalities.
they did, and they did not like me. Like, I don't know what I have done to them in my life, but it's like, it was so irritating because they would like, I don't like the idea of like their legs touching me and like they like, we're gonna touch you. I'll be like, oh no, you are not spiders. Like, I don't know, it was so weird.
So every time that did you ever try to touch them in your dream? Did you yeah, because
Should I?
If you're afraid of something in the dream, you're supposed to confront it to
Oh.
reveal another dimension to yourself. That's your shadow.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever scares you in your dream, you should confront it. You should engage in it, because then it'll open up other avenues of unconsciousness of yourself. And so I was just wondering if you touched your spiders. That's all.
I've always tried to avoid them, and like the weird thing is, I don't know if you've experienced this, but for me, like, I oftentimes go back to the same places in my dreams or like revisit similar like scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's one of those things, kind of the point where you were talking about, where it was like, at that point, it's not that I know that I'm in a dream, but it's like, I've been here before, and it's like, even in the dream, I'm irritated. I'm like, oh, I've been here before. Why am I here? Because it's like never good. It's never a good place. And I'm like, it's not even like I'm scared at first. I'm like, dang it, why am I here?
It sounds like there's something there that you were supposed to confront. Maybe there's something that.
This might be it. I've done like, granted, I should do more research into it, but before I like sent out that doodle poll where I was like, everyone, like, who wants to continue down this project with me? I was like doing some research into it, and one of my dreams that I have is all about, it takes place in this like one neighborhood where like there are all these like decrepit, like abandoned like buildings. And then I walk through this neighborhood, all the buildings are like decrepit, abandoned, there's like no one around. And then in this like clearing, I go through the woods, and then there's a clearing, and in the clearing there's like a mansion, but that itself is like decrepit and like falling apart. And then I go into this like huge house, and I go up to the attic, and I'm like looking for something in the attic, but I can't find it. And then usually something terrible happens. But I was doing some research into it prior to scheduling these Zooms, and one website's like, if you keep going into the attic, that means that you're trying to figure out something that you've stored away. It's like, what is it? What is it?
Well, I think Jung might have said that it's something that's in your unconscious, like the attic is your higher self, your unconscious, your subconscious, and there's maybe something that you're trying to reach up there. I'm sorry, I really got into dream interpretation too, with because
Help me.
it's a big deal. The thing is that I wanted to be a professional dream interpreter, but the problem is to do that. So that dream has everything to do with you. That dream, every image you see in that dream is about you. It's about you. Like what you've got a decrepit city. What do you associate? What words would you associate with that town?
Like, it's both familiar. It's like, it's in a way, like, it's like I'm returning back to this place. It's very familiar, like, especially now at this point. And I've been dreaming about it since I was like 12 or 13. So there's like a calming sense whenever I'm there, but it's also
Okay.
like, why am I here? Like, but it's like, oh, like here, like I've been here before. And it's like this city, it's like, it's laid out in a way where it's like, I could map this out for you because I've been there so many times, and it's like, oh, there's the old library, there's no one there. And it's like, there's the old like grocery store. That's where the spiders are. So it's like, I don't know, all of these like strange things are there, but I keep going back to it, which is both comforting yet frustrating.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a safe place to go find that attic to figure out what you need to find. So I started reading because of this thing. This is like, if you want to interpret your dreams, this is the book.
Work.
Inner
Okay.
Work.
Ooh.
He's a Jungian analyst. Is Robert Johnson, and it walks you through analyzing your dream.
Awesome.
And I love this book. I was reading it before, and do you know how in improv, the first step in interpreting your dream is making associations to symbols in your dream. So you know how that improv game, the format of the pretty flower, or there's the center, and then you go out one, and then you come back. Mm-hmm. So that's basically, that center is your image, your city. Let's say the library. That library is your symbol. That's what you're gonna associate with. So what is the first thing you think of with that library?
It's huge. It's like huge, vast, abandoned. There's a lot of books. I'm just doing a descriptor.
So you just think of one, and then you come back to the library. What else does it make you think of?
Knowledge.
Okay. And then go back to the center of the library. Now, what else would it make you think of? What association?
Definitely. It makes me think a lot about my like family, because we used to go to the library a lot. Like, I was one of those book kids. Like, I would read a lot. I didn't really have any other hobbies. So I was like, we would always go to the library, because I'd be like one of those kids where I'd be like, I'm done with my books. And they'd be like, well, you need more books. I should read more now. So maybe it's also a guilty part of my brain, because like, I used to read so much, and not that I've given it up. I haven't given it up, but
did you see the libraries where the spiders are?
No, that's where the grocery store.
Oh, the spiders in the grocery store.
They've taken over the grocery store, so you can't even you can barely even get into the grocery store.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Insane! It's insane. This town is so weird.
So after you make those associations, you figure out. Jung had this thing. Basically, if you know that you made an association that is right, it just clicks in your mind. So you start with the image, and you make the associations, and you figure out which one clicks in your mind. Yeah, that is what that symbol means to me. And then you have an association to it. Like, you figure out, how does this reflect in my life? What is this feeling? How does it reflect in me? What is this? What dynamic does this image have to do with me? And then you put it all together. And then, I mean, with a long dream like yours, that would take weeks. I think that would be like weeks of interpreting and diagramming out this whole dream. But I think it would be worth it. It would be fun. But the really interesting part is at the end, once you finally have interpreted your dream, or you think you have, you have a ceremony to honor that dream, to cement that memory of the meaning behind that dream in your mind. Everything has to have a physical, so you have to write stuff down. Everything has to be a physical, it's a ritual. So you have to put the physical with the mental and the emotional. And there's one example in the book, I don't remember what the dream was about, but this woman's ritual was to go buy a Big Mac and bury it in her backyard. That was her ritual. So it could be anything. Yeah. It had to do with her dream. So I just love that book. I think that's a really good book. And the thing is that, like, Freud says a gun is a phallic symbol, but Jung says a gun is what you associate with. Like, you might have had a great time going out with your dad shooting guns. That might be a really positive association.
Yeah.
but
Huh.
you know, for me, I feel like I don't, you know, I don't know. I had fun shooting guns. I don't know, but that's I love that dream. I love that you keep going back to that same place. That's really cool. And that grocery store, man, that's fucked up. We got to
It
figure
is.
out what they are doing in that grocery store.
I would love to know after all these years, because it's just been so many years of like just going to this town and just being like, oh damn it, like back
You
here.
play video games?
Oh yeah, I do.
There's
Love
this one, it was a long time ago, and it was on floppy disks, and it's I
Mhm.
think it's called Alone in the Dark, and it's a woman who has to go to a haunted house to find her
Oh.
father's some treasure or something like that. And it sounds exactly that the decrepit mansion, because I think you start kind of in the woods, and then you go out into a clearing, and then there's a decrepit mansion there. That kind of reminds me of that video game.
Oh my god, that's almost exactly that's also kind of creepy now. But it's like it's very weird because you would think, and there's like I think even like in my dream mind, there's like a little thought in the back of my mind where it's like, is this place haunted, or at least like is anyone squatting here? But nah, like it's not never nothing. Like it's just empty and large, and it's like there's something in there, but I don't know what it is. Something I need, like a physical thing. Who knows? I don't know.
I wish I could tell you how my mom was able to get me to recognize that I was in a dream when I was in a dream. I mean, I think as a kid, you're just so impressionable. Anything can change your mind. And I think all she said to me was that when you're in a dream, you can control your dream. That dream is you. You're doing that dream, and it's all about you. So you can stop it if you want to stop it. I
Oh
think that's
my
basically
gosh.
what she said. And so I think I started doing kind of like this mantra before I went to bed, you know, along with the wrist scratching.
Yeah.
I think I used to say to myself that I'm in control of my dream. I can do this. I can control it. I can control it. I can control it. I think I started doing that.
Interesting. Okay.
So, but like I said, you can't just think it. You have to actually say it out loud. Whatever the intention is, you have to physically, you know, say it out loud. You can't just think it. You have to say it out loud.
That's good to
So,
know. That's very interesting. When do you ever have like, and this is a weird question, but do you ever have like good dreams, or did you when you were a kid?
um, I don't think I did when I was a kid. Like there were tornadoes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I had getting stuck, you know, walking in grass and then it's sinking down and getting stuck in grass. You know,
Oh,
like you do on what is that movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, when she's going up the stairs and her feet get stuck? That feeling where you can't escape. I had those.
I love them so much.
Yeah. I think I finally evolved out of those types of stress dreams or scary dreams maybe when I was in college, maybe. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I used to, I went in and out of doing serious dream work. So there are quite a few decades there where I wasn't really paying attention. But
Yeah.
I've had dreams that I think are like higher level dreams. I think Freud Jung said that there's a collective unconscious, and
Mm.
that and I kind of thought this is hippy dippy. I know it sounds hippy dippy,
No,
but
I like it.
I know that I've heard also that everybody's having all these strange dreams, and it's really manifesting itself. And I wonder if there's some sort of collective unconscious happening where everybody is reaching a certain level of unconscious or consciousness, and we're all just, I don't know if it's a big collective. I'm not making any sense.
No,
But
I
it's like everybody is having, everybody's having these weird dreams.
Yeah, yes. Almost everyone I know has had like an uptick in the weirdness of their dreams.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the one that I had. It was one of those, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me dreams? But but I didn't write it down. So I don't remember what it was.
What I've been doing recently is having like a lot of and I used to do this when I was much younger, and I've stopped doing it, but I'm doing it now, where it's like I'll have these like false start dreams, where it's like if I was to be like, well, I'm gonna go to bed, and I like try to go like to bed at like 7:30 and do all my like routine, and I like lay down, and I have like a dream very immediately, like right then, and it's very short, but it's very shocking, and I'll like wake up like startled, and then I'll look at the clock, and it's like 7:50. What? I just went to sleep. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
it's so irritating.
I've had that happen. I was going to say something about I think I've been, this is 7:30 and maybe my brain isn't working as much as it should be right now. Okay, let me tell you one weird dream. Okay, here's just a weird dream for you.
Okay.
So I am in this really shanty kind of motel room. And it feels like everything is covered in green moss. I mean, everything is just dirty and nasty and just disgusting. And I go to the door to leave the room, and every time I get to the door, a mini me pushes the door in and attacks me. And attacks me and just is screaming and just attacking me and attacking me. And it happened like 3 times. And I haven't broken that dream down, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's like, why was this mini me attacking me? It just kept coming after me, and it was so angry. She was just so mad. But all I was trying to do was get out of the room, and every time it would just like reset and the door would be closed. And then I'd go to open the door, and she'd come back out again. I don't know what that.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know what that.
So like it would literally be you, except like a smaller version of. Oh my god! That's very scary. Actually,
it was very scary because I didn't know what to do with her. I was really scared. I know what I was going to say. So those higher level dreams that I was talking, I think people have higher level dreams that really tap into something that's a higher consciousness than maybe your regular dream is. I had this dream where I was walking down these stone steps that were going around a corner. It was gray stone walls, and I was going down into like the dungeon or the bottom of something. I felt like the building was really, really big, like it was a castle or something like that. And I get down to the bottom, and then there's this room, and it's lit by all these candles. And right in front of me, there's this knight, like a Knights Templar, standing, and there was this round table, and there was a book open on the table, and all of the pages were just open on the table. And I come down, and he looks at me, and he goes like that to the book. And I feel like it was a really different dream. And I don't know why the hell I had it, because I feel like, was this guy telling me that I have all of these opportunities in my life, or was he saying pick a page and then let's go live that dream or something like that? I just felt like I have all these opportunities, and as I have never forgotten this dream. This happened in college. This was a college dream.
Wow.
And I've never forgotten this dream, and I feel sometimes like I have sold myself short, or I haven't fulfilled my potential, because there were all these pages open and I barely touched one of them.
But Kris, that's not true. I'm not touching any of those pages.
I can get really messed up by dreams. They can really affect your emotion and your whole day afterwards.
100%, because I feel like there's some part of your brain that's always like, what was that? Like, where did this come from? Just like wanting an answer to it. It's like, I know that I do. So when you would like wake up and call for your mom, like, would you be doing that consciously? Like, would it be like, oh my gosh, that was a dream? Or would you be still in your dream state and then like call for your mom? And then
I think I was still in my dream state.
Okay.
Or that that part of your being
Conscious, yeah.
Yeah, you're conscious, but you're still in the dream someplace. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would still, there's that level there. Yeah.
That happens to me a lot where it's like I think sometimes my brain almost like gets stuck almost in that state of consciousness, and I have like all these like lucid, like not even lucid dreams, but just like I wake up but I still feel like the things that I was like dreaming about, like I feel like I see. Like for example, there's like I I do not go camping, but in the event I ever do go camp, like I'm prepared to go camping if I ever like push myself to go, if that makes sense. But I keep all my camping gear at like the top shelf of my closet because it's like I don't want it in the way of all the stuff that I readily need. So it's like there's this huge stack of like my like tent and my sleeping bag and everything just like wedged in the top shelf of my closet. And sometimes I leave my like closet door open because I actually prefer to leave my closet door open so I can like see all my stuff. I don't know, it's weird. And my like bed is opposite where my bed is now. My bed is opposite my closet. And sometimes like I'll have these like dreams where I'm like someone is like messing with me or like I'm running from someone, and then I'll like wake up and then I'll be like, wait, someone's in my closet. And like I'm looking and I know as I'm saying this to you, like I know it's like the big chunk of camping supplies that are there, like, and I'm like, there it is, the person that's like bothering me or like following me or just like chasing me, and it's like they're in my closet. And then like when I finally wake up, I'm like, oh no, that's just my camping supplies. But like it's like my brain still is like stuck back in the dream where it's like, no, it's not camping supplies, like it's the person that's following me around. Like I don't know, it's so strange. And it's like then that happens all the time. Like even now as a 28-year-old, I'm like, there's someone in my closet. I'm freaked out that someone was in my closet, I guess.
It sounds like a really good point in your consciousness where you could start telling yourself, this is a dream, this is a dream, this is a dream. I mean, if you've got a certain amount of consciousness already, if you're semi-awake,
yep.
If you could get into the habit of saying, this is a dream, this is a dream, this is, but you know, I say that, but it kind of takes the excitement away from it. I mean, I'm scared that guy is in my closet, even though I know it's my camping gear, but you know, that guy's in my closet, but there's still kind of a little bit of a thrill that
Yeah.
maybe that guy
like what is going
closet.
on. And it's like it's so weird too, because it's like, who would break into my apartment, purposely go into my room? I have a roommate, so like bypass my roommate's room, go into mine, go into the closet, get up onto the top shelf and just like chill there. Like it doesn't make logical or chronological even sense, but I'm like, and in those moments I'm like, it's happening. But I don't know. I was always like one of those kids, like very scared of home invasion for like, I think I maybe watched like 60 Minutes or something, like when I was too young, and then I just became so scared.
Well, did you have a lot of nightmares when you were little?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
Right.
God. Yeah.
Were your monsters fully formed? Like, did they have real form?
I'm so glad we're talking about this. So like, and my monster dreams also, like it was the very first dream that I had recurring dreams of, because it would always be in this basement, and the basement would have 3 rooms in it. The first was like the main room you like went down into, and it would be like dark down there but not like pitch black, and then I would open the door and there would be like a monster in that room, and it would be like it was like yellow, like everything in the room was yellow including the monster, and he was kind of fully formed. Like he kind of reminded me honestly of like a Sesame Street style character, where it's like you're a monster but you're like a cool monster.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And it's like I knew he was a monster and he kind of freaked me out, but then like because I kept having his dream over and over, we kind of became like, I don't want to say friends, but allies, I guess. But we were both scared of the monster in the 3rd room, which is like, for reasons I just don't know, my brain self was like, the way to get out of this basement is not to go the way that we came. I don't think, not, and now that I'm saying this to you, it's making me remember stuff about this dream, because I think when I would go into the basement, the door would lock from the other side. So I would kind of have to go like forward, because there was a door on the other side of the basement. And to get to that door, I had to go through this like final room that was like pitch black. And like me and the yellow monster were like afraid of the monster that lived in that room, but I have never seen that monster, because it was like dark, like so dark, I just could not see it. And the dream always ended. I never got out of the basement. The dream would always end somewhere in that room.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. You had that multiple times? That was...
Yes, so many times, like over the years. Like, I think the last time I had that dream, I was around 10 or so, but I was having that dream since I was like 4.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. What about yourself? Were your monsters fully formed?
Not completely formed, but the one that I remember the most is you know the movie Ghostbusters, the original one with Bill Murray, and there's the ghost that has all that eats and everything. He eats everything, and he's like green.
Yep.
And he's kind of like a cone, big guy. That was one of them, and he had a lot of he didn't look exactly like him, but he resembled that Ghostbusters ghost, and he had like pock marks and yellow pieces that of it was like cartoonish. In my mind now, my memory now, it was really a cartoonish kind of monster.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it scared the shit out of me. It was awful. It was terrible, and they were everywhere. They just were everywhere. I wish I knew when I stopped having the monster dreams. I really wish. I think it was probably, I don't know, maybe junior high school when I stopped having the monster dreams. Yeah. What about you? So you say that they evolved into spider dreams.
Spider dreams, yes. Because like in my mind, when I think about it, and I think if my memory is serving me correctly, I had the monster dreams until I was around 10 or 11, which makes sense because I remember the spider dreams happening around the time I was in middle school. So I think there was like a transition of like I was having the monster dreams and I started having these spider dreams where there would be like spiders all around like following me, and like they did not like me. And
I've had spider dreams where spiders have landed on my pillow, and it scared me so much that I woke up and there was a spider on my pillow.
No, there was not.
Here's a good dream. I'm sorry. I don't know. This has nothing to do with the spider, though. This has nothing to do with the spider.
Tell me.
I was in basically a black box theater. And around the walls, it was blue velvet curtains around the walls. And they were like red velvet chairs, seating and everything like that. And I had to go to the bathroom. And it was completely dark. And I couldn't find the exit. So the only way that I could figure out how to get out was just to bang on the walls, because I knew the door was there someplace. So if I just followed and banged on the wall, I would eventually find the door. And I eventually ended up waking myself up, and I was knocking my dressers over in my bedroom because I was hugging up against the wall trying to find the door. I had knocked everything off my wall, and because I really literally had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. That's like the one thing in dreams where it's like when you have to go to the bathroom in a dream, you really have to go. Like it's like the brain knows. It's like, well, we need to do something about this. It's like, come on, brain, like you know where the bathroom is here. Like, I don't know.
I remember the dream. Okay, this isn't the big what the heck dream, but one I had recently during the pandemic was I had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And I was in a house, and it was kind of like a new agey sort of house. And the bathroom was in the corner, and there were no walls. People were in the house. There were no walls to the bathroom, and you had to go in there and sit down for the walls to show up.
Huh.
And so I could never go to the bathroom because I could never get the walls to show
You
up.
know what? I've had some weird bathroom dreams as well. Like, I wonder what that means, but like, I've definitely had a dream about like a haunted bathroom. One of the
Ooh.
few haunted places in my dreams, there's like a very like evil bathroom. It's so
Well,
evil.
supposedly, if you're trying in your dream, if you're trying to go to the bathroom and you can't, it's because you have a creative blockage that you're trying to express
Oh,
yourself, but you're not able to for some reason. And so
accurate, accurate brain. That's very true.
so I should be having pee dreams and poop dreams all the time.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, trying to find a bathroom.
It's,
Yeah, I've had a lot of those dreams. A
yep.
lot of dreams where I can't find a bathroom, or I find a bathroom and it's so public that all of the toilets are right next to each other and there are
Yes.
no walls. And there's just and then in some cases there are no seats. There's just a hole.
Yep.
And I can literally smell those bathrooms. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
how vivid those are.
Thank you for saying this. I honestly thought I was alone here. Oh my god, this is actually like, I'm so glad we're talking about this because it's so weird. But like, and I don't know about yourself, but for me, like, I think one of the reasons why these dreams are so weird is like, when I was a kid, I used to get really self-conscious about like going to the bathroom, even like obviously in real bathrooms, like in the real world, like which were private and had stalls that like could lock. I was like, if they were in like, I was in a public space, like a mall, I would just be like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot go, because I was like, I don't know. I just didn't like that there were other people around. It just seemed so strange to me, I guess. But I got over that. And now at this point, like, I'm of the personality type where I have, you know, like if it was a situation like that I depict in my dream where it's like there's no like dividers between the toilets, if that happened in real life, I'd be like, well, I gotta go, like everyone like move out of my way, like, because I don't know, I feel like I still am a very self-conscious person, yet at this point, I'm just like, well, everyone uses the bathroom their own way, and I'm just gonna do it.
Do it.
So like, but in my dream brain, like, no, like it's like I need the most. It's like I honestly need a bathroom that could only like be used by royalty. It's like strict rules about like in my dream where it's like people are like, just use my bathroom. Like I've had dreams where people are like, just use my bathroom, Stacey. I'm like, no, I can't use this bathroom. Like, and I get like angered by it, but it's like it's just a normal bathroom. Like I've gone to disgusting bar bathrooms in my life, and I've just been like, well, you got to do what you got to do in reality. And in the dream, I'm like, no, I cannot use this. Like, I don't know what it is.
I keep challenging myself when I wake up from their dreams. The next time I have that dream, I am going to take a dump. I'm not even going to care about anything. I'm going to use that facility. But then I think, oh my God, what if I do it in my dream and then I do it in real life?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I ate that hot dog. Like, and I was like, I don't even remember eating it.
And there you have it. This has been the latest Now Entering Dreamland. If you are liking what you're hearing, if you enjoy this podcast, you can keep enjoying it, especially if you hit the subscribe button. That way you can get notified when new episodes of this podcast drop. It will be sent right to your email. And what's more convenient than that? A podcast right in your email. Also, if you are liking just the general sleep and dream content for Now Entering Dreamland, I do hope you check us out online, nowenteringdreamland.com. There is a dream diary on that site as well, just some supplemental content for in between our podcast episodes, but you can catch the new episodes every Sunday. You're now leaving Dreamland, but we'll see you soon.